Abbas, who runs the peaceful PLO/PLA, denies the Holocaust ever existed. Hamas can't decide. They say the Holocaust never existed, but the Holocaust and Hitler were great. Israel didn't attack anybody. Its people were slaughtered. The Hamas barbarians have said they're going to keep doing this and nobody's going to stop them. Israel says, we're going to stop you. And then, ladies and gentlemen, on the floor of the House, Rashida Tlaib, the member of Congress who represents the terrorists. Let's take a listen to this. Go.
Mr. Speaker, I yield 1 minute to the gentlewoman from Michigan.
Now, I want you to keep something in mind. This woman here is from Connecticut. She's Jewish. She's a leftist. She's yielding 1 minute to Tlaib. If the woman on the left, the Jew, actually were in the Middle East, she could not go to Gaza. She could not go to places in Judea and Samaria without being executed, without being killed. That kibbutz, other kibbutz, but that kibbutz that was attacked was filled with left-wing Jews. They worked with Palestinians. They paid Palestinians. They voted with the most leftist parties in Israel. They're communes. That's what a kibbutz is. You go there and you talk to the survivors now, they have a very different view of things. We cannot live side by side with barbarians. They're now the most hardcore hawk Israelis in the state of Israel. So here you have a woman on the left, Jewish, a Democrat, in a Democrat district, is elected over and over again. If she were an orange juice can, she'd be elected over and over again. It really doesn't matter. She's actually giving time to Tlaib. Because the trick now is, don't attack Israel per se, attack Netanyahu. It's Netanyahu's war. He's a genocidal maniac. He's a this, he's a that. And this gives the out to the Islamists and to the secularist, self-hating Jews to work side by side. And there they are, side by side, working together. Makes me sick to my stomach. On the floor of the United States House of Representatives. Go.
Ms. Tlaib.
Gentlelady is recognized.
Here we go again.
Now, I say Rosa DeLauro's Jewish. Well, she's obviously born as an Italian. Her husband is Stanley Greenberg. Stanley Greenberg is a longtime Democrat pollster and advisor. He was to Clinton and to others. So I say she's Jewish. Maybe she didn't convert, but she's married to a Jew. And here she is working side by side with a Hitlerian. A Hitlerian. Go ahead.
Sending $17.6 billion, U.S. tax dollars.
Actually, not a nickel of that has been sent, period. And it's amazing. We're sending billions to Iran, hundreds of millions, as I speak, to Hamas, to UNRWA, or we were now other organizations, and the same with the PLO. But she's very worried about this money so Israel can defend itself. You're not sending $17 billion to Israel. We're spending it, at least that's the hope, in the United States to help produce munitions that they can use to conquer her friends, the terrorists. Go ahead.
With no conditions attached to Netanyahu's extremist government to drop more bombs on innocent Palestinians.
Okay, well, number one, why is Netanyahu's government extremist? It's not extremist. Why? Because it's not Biden, it's not Obama. That's number one. Number two, dropping bombs on innocent civilians. Honest to God, ladies and gentlemen, if Israel were doing that, you'd have hundreds of thousands of dead Palestinians. It's such a lie. It's so grotesque. And there is Deloria who turns it over to her Islamist buddy. It makes me sick to my stomach. Go ahead.
The Israeli government has already killed 27,000 people.
No, it hasn't. There's a new study out. There's a lot of information out. That's an absolute lie. And I've posted that too. And I will talk about it too. You can go to Tablet Magazine, Tablet, Tablet Magazine. They have a very thorough analysis of what's been taking place here. They throw these numbers around because they know that their Hitlerian friends like her and in the media will regurgitate them, which is exactly what they do. Go.
11,500 of them were children.
That is a lie as well. You know what amazes me? 6 billion Jews were slaughtered. Abbas, who runs the peaceful PLO/PLA, denies the Holocaust ever existed. Hamas can't decide. They say the Holocaust never existed, but the Holocaust and Hitler were great. Oh, okay. It's all the same purpose. 6 million. Israel didn't attack anybody. Its people were slaughtered. The Hamas barbarians have said they're going to keep doing this and nobody's going to stop them. Israel says, we're going to stop you. They have an underground tunnel system that is bigger than New York, LA, and Chicago combined, which is where they've built our money, which means every single citizen in Gaza knew it was being built. Where are you going to put all that dirt and sand? How are you going to get all the all the material? I've made this point over and over and over again. You have surveys done by Arab survey organizations, Palestinian survey organizations that say approximately 85% of the population supports Hamas, both in Gaza and in Judea and Samaria, and among the peaceful Palestinians. So what is Israel supposed to do? We know. She's the one that took Israel off her map, remember? In her office. She's the one that blurts out this river to the sea stuff. Here you have a mouthpiece for terrorism. And if she had her way, she would embrace what Hitler did and what Hamas is doing. And there she is on the floor of the House, being introduced by a woman who's married to a Jew if she's not Jewish herself. Both Democrats. But Trump's the Hitler, and he's the one threatening democracy. Are you kidding me? Go.
I'm tired of my colleagues coming to me whispering, I don't really like Netanyahu. Well, then why are we sending him billions of dollars with no conditions? He literally is telling us over and over again what his intention is.
His intention is to defeat your terrorist friends. Sounds pretty good to me. 17 billion sounds pretty cheap, considering what they're doing. They're the only ones fighting these people. They're the only ones who stand between Iran and nukes and the United States. And unfortunately, Iran's going to get nukes because the United States, under Blinken and Biden, wants them to have nukes.
For more, sign up for Levin TV.